Hey, what's up everybody? Hope everybody is fine. So welcome to another video here at Financial Hub, and today I'll talk about a couple of stuff. You know me, I like technical analysis. I like analyzing the market. I do this on a day-to-day basis without fail, having to understand what is happening in the markets, potential setups that I have, or even no potential setups that I do not have. Okay, but as I do that, there's a lot of things that I do on the side that help me avoid taking what we call boredom trades. So in today's video breakdown, I want to talk about midweek analysis. I haven't done a technical analysis for some time. If you watched my NFP live trading, I hope you enjoyed that. That was quite interesting. Most of you joined. I had about 100 people in that live during that moment within such a short notice, and I'm glad that you guys were able to come. But today I want to focus a lot on my midweek analysis. There's a lot of news, and that's why I'm talking about breaking down the markets today on a Wednesday. Yesterday we had CPI. You know what happened in the markets, and you look at that, markets were up, down, it was crazy. Today we have interest rates from the Feds. Tomorrow we have interest rates from 3 banks, and those are major news that are happening in the market. So I want to break that down for you, have a better understanding of what you need to look out for. But at the same time, I want to give you some tips and nuggets, because a lot of people have been asking me, Caleb, I spend too much on my laptop. I spend too much time on my laptop analyzing the markets in front of the charts. I end up taking bottom trades because, trust you me, if you're just on the charts, looking at the charts, you will take a trade sooner or later. It's just a matter of time. Market just needs to touch a key level, show you a shooting star, you've sold. Go down, touch a key level, create a pin bar, you've bought that market. Now, trading does not work like that. If you continue doing that over the long term, you're going to lose you're going to lose money. And I remember talking with one of my students last week. Just because you see a pin bar at the bottom of a trend doesn't necessarily mean you should buy. And just because you see a shooting star at the top of a trend doesn't necessarily mean you should sell. Okay? Put it in perspective. It needs to be put in perspective. Understand the underlying direction of the trend, the underlying forces of the trend at that moment. If the forces are to the upside and you see a shooting star, trust you, my friend, that market is going to continue going up. And that's why we keep saying, in a bullish market, bear factors are often ignored, and in a bear market, bullish factors are often ignored. Okay, so I'll give you 3 tips of what you need to do when you're not analyzing the market, and I'll show you what I normally do myself. Number 1 thing you want to be doing in the markets when you're not analyzing the markets to avoid boredom trading and taking trades at any one time is backtesting. Now, backtesting is something heavy. We've talked about this multiple times. I've done multiple videos on it, and I'll continue doing multiple videos on it, because here at Financial Lab we teach it a lot. And I remember one of my students the other day was asking me, Caleb, till today you still backtest? I told her backtesting is something you never stop doing. For example, who is your favorite football player? Give or take, let's talk about the 2 main players that we all know around the world, Messi and Cristiano. Okay, when do you watch Messi play? 1 game over the weekend, or maximum 2. Okay, what is he doing those other times when he's not playing live? Okay, he's training, he's in the test, he's working out, he's practicing his left leg, he's practicing his right leg. He's always getting better and better every day when we're not seeing that. Okay, the same thing with backtesting. When no one is seeing you, when it's not time for trading, it's when now you want to practice more and more and more. It's going to help you with a lot of things: pattern recognition, skills, discipline, that understanding of the markets, okay, how the markets move up, down, when you need to take a trade, when you need to avoid a trade, and such stuff. Okay, so the personal backtesting software that we use at the moment is FXREPLAY, and if you want, you can start using it. We have a discount code. If you click on the link below in the description, that's our discount code is FXREPLAY, and you're going to get about 15% off. So test it. Now as you're going into the holiday season, go in and try it. Okay, the good thing is it's integrated with TradingView, and it's awesome to use. Okay, so this is how it looks on the front end. Once you pay and you get your back-end details, you're going to go inside I won't show you too much details, but just show you a little bit of how I use mine. So you can see this is my backtesting software. It's awesome. It uses TradingView. If you're used to using TradingView for analysis, you can use this because it does wonders. It's awesome. It does a good job. Okay. So I normally do my backtest for give or take maybe the last 5 years, and then I can do more and more and more. I don't want to do the last 20 years because I want to really understand how was my system performing in the past 5 years. After that, I increase that past 10 years, past 15 years. Okay, so I normally come and do my back test. You can see for me, my main time frames is normally the 4 hour and 1 hour. Okay, so this side needs to be the 1 hour. So I'm normally back testing both at the same time. That's why I have a split screen. This side is 1 hour, this side is 4 hour. If you zoom out, you can see how multiple trades have been taking, looking at the direction of the trend, testing out different things, liquidity zones, key levels, all that. Okay, now coming to the front end, you can see now it's giving me data. So once you do that, you come to the front end, look at the data, the back end, look at the data. What's my system telling me? What is my average risk reward, my maximum risk reward? What is my win rate? How many trades has my system taken within a certain time frame? What we call the pattern occurrence frequency, the POF. Okay, you need to understand all that and put it into place. So that's one thing that I do. I have another test that was giving me a success rate of 56. So it's a matter of always going and improving. Okay. Other than that, one of my best features that just came into FXREPLAY is the ability to journal. Now I get to journal all my trades, I get to put them down, and then you can come and look at them here. I can come looking at them one by one. You can see I started my back test back in 2016, and this is all the trades just moving forward. Actually, that's where I've reached so far. I started my back test in 2015. Okay, let's scroll down here. 2016, or more or less 2016 January. So I can go looking at all my trades, all my winners, all my losses. If I want, instead of looking at one by one, okay, you can see they're all listed here. I can come and filter. Maybe I want to look at the pattern with all my losses. So I click on losses, it filters. So I can see all my losses. I can click here, you can see I have some certain notes here. If I click here, I can look at different things. I trade flags heavily, and I can get to see what was the losing pattern with all my losers. Okay, what was happening with all my losers, what made me lose, what was happening. Okay, that's what I do. If I come to my winners, I can filter that, take all my winners. Okay, come here, what are all my winners doing? What made me succeed in all of them? Okay, go there, look at a certain pattern. It's all about getting data from your system. Don't trade opinions, stop trading things as they are, just trade them as the system has told you it is. Okay, that's what I do on a day-to-day basis. I'm normally backtesting. I backtest almost every single day. Okay, so stop wasting time, go and click on the FXREPLAY. Check out their tools. They give a lot of data. You can go back as many years as you'd like. It's very informative and very good to use. Gives you a lot of data that you want to be using in the market. Okay, apart from that, when I'm not back testing, what am I doing? I'm journaling. So I'm always journaling my trades. I have a certain routine. Okay, I have a certain routine that I use every day. Now this is a market scan. One of my good friends showed me, and we do this together. Okay, he also does a daily market scan. I do a daily market scan. He calls it differently, but personally I call it a daily market scan, where every single day in the morning I only trade 3 pairs. Okay, I'm almost always looking at what are my pairs telling me. If you look at yesterday was Tuesday. You can see today is the 13th. Yesterday 12th. Early in the morning, just did an analysis, potential setups for the day. I was looking for the dollar maybe to push up. You can see yesterday we had CPI, which could have acted as a catalyst to moving higher. Okay, USD card, I was looking for some buys yesterday. I wasn't really willing to take that because markets weren't yet broken my structure in order to allow me to go long on USD card. So this was something I was willing to stay out, but USD card actually happened quite well. If you look at this pattern here, if you click here, you can see that I was waiting for market around here to push to the upper side, but for me market was still in a downtrend, hadn't it broken structure, so I was willing to stay out of that one. On the other side, I was looking for Aussie dollar to go higher, give me a short trade, and then I sell that market. And last but not least, gold wasn't giving me anything. No clear shots on this trade. I was very bearish. If you watched my NFP video last week, you can remember that I was very bearish on most of these pairs. I was bearish on Aussie dollars, bearish on gold, and bullish on the USD CAD. And that's what happened yesterday. So every single day I'm journaling. I do a weekly journal, then I do a daily scanning journal, and then I also do an end of the week journal. On top of that, you can see my backtest is also giving me journals. So I'm always constantly journaling, learning from it. Don't just journal, get data, learn from it, improve your system. Repeat, rinse and repeat. Do that over and over again. Other than that, when I'm not really on the markets and I'm not, maybe my eyes, I'm tired at looking at the markets, you know, sometimes you can get fatigued. Don't spend too much time on the markets because it can give you a lot of headaches and all that. What do? I come and read a book. This is one of the best books I've ever read on technical analysis. It's called The Art and Science of Technical Analysis by Adam Grimes. A beautiful book. I've read this book over and over and I'm still reading it. I haven't finished every single thing, but it's a good book. You can see I've highlighted many pages on this. Okay, so go ahead, look for books and read. Okay, so those are the things you should be doing: backtest, okay, journaling, and reading. Always improve, always constantly, every single day you're improving yourself by 1%. Read a book, read a text, okay? And last but not least, when you're not doing any of those things and maybe you want to watch something, what do you need to watch? Come to our YouTube channel. We have so much content here. So much content. I just released a video today morning. We had another one 2 days ago, 6 days ago. There's another one coming out on Friday. I'm here to do, we have a behind the scenes day in the life of a trader here at Financial Lab coming out soon as well. So stay updated. Come to our page, subscribe, click the notification button, like and share our content. It's very good. But for today, go and watch Kevin's look at the markets. He doesn't trade like us. He's not one of our students. He learned how to trade somewhere else with someone that I personally also look up to called Mark Hutchinson under the Falcon FX company. Okay, they're in the UK and they're very big global community. So I did a story with him. Go check it out, listen to what he says. Come and listen to Irene, our psychologist, listen to our students, listen to what we have to say. Content is everywhere, including this one. Okay, so personally that's what I do when I'm not trading actually. And on top of that, I do many other things. I'm normally here teaching, so enroll for our January course coming next month. We have a 20% off at the moment. So when I'm not doing this, I'm normally in class teaching. Sometimes I can have classes the whole day, sometimes maybe not, sometimes maybe one class. Okay, the other thing I'm doing consultation with my KST community, with my students on the Discord community, always giving more content, data, giving them feedback of what they need to improve and all that. Other than that, what am I doing? Content creation. You can see right now I'm creating this content. It's work. It's something that I'm doing. I'm not on the charts. I'm just here talking to you guys. After that, what will I go and do? I'll either live with my videographer and editor to edit. Sometimes I just jump in and edit myself. Sometimes I like doing it myself. It's what I have background in. So I'll edit and shoot the content myself. Other than that, I'm at meetings, meeting different people, traders, investors, students, company staff, always improving, okay? Other than that, what else am I doing? Family and friends, you're spending time. So you're always looking for different things to do to not keep you too much occupied on this, okay? So make sure you do that. If you're not analyzing the markets, always look for something else to do, okay? Other than that, I don't spend too much time about what I do. You're not me. You figure out what you want to do. I've given you my four main things that you need to be doing, which is backtesting, journaling, reading and research, and watching our YouTube content videos, improving yourself constantly and every day. Sawa. Other than that, I want us to look at the markets. What am I looking at today? What should you guys pay attention to as the markets are about to release some crazy hot news later on in the day and later on in the week? So let's jump straight into the markets. Cool. We have a percentage off all our products. We have a sale going on as people prepare for January intake. We've given you a 20% off. Our courses go for 50,000 and now they're 20% off for anyone who pays between now and the 24th of December. And instead of paying 50,000, you're going to pay 40,000, okay? So yeah, I'm looking at the dollar. You know me, I'm a strong dollar pair. But before that, what fundamentals are we looking at this week now? Yesterday we had CPI from the United States of America. okay, and they removed their year to year at 3.1, their month to month at 0.1. I think that's the only one that came out not as expected. You can see people are expecting 0%. What actually happened was 0.1. That's why you're seeing a lot of fluctuation in the markets. Other than that, the year on year was actually came out as forecasted, okay, and you can see actually inflation has really been decreasing. If you click on that, you can see inflation, we topped in 2022 at around 8-9%, which is high, very, very high. It was an all-time high for a very long time, okay, and then markets have been in a decline ever since. So inflation has been able to be controlled by the high interest rate environment. That's what happens when it comes to fundamentals and mixing that information together, okay. So you can see that's what happened yesterday. Markets, you know what happened in the markets, we look at that. The dollar was shooting up, the other pairs were really falling. USD CAD was shooting up as well. Now today at 10 p.m, my friends, you better go buy your coffee, buy some tea, buy some energy drink, be awake during 10 and 10:30. That's till 11, okay, because at 10 p.m we're going to have interest rates, funds rates come out. I personally have a prediction of 5.5%. It's going to remain where it is. As they're controlling inflation, they won't start decreasing this so fast. You can see inflation is still decreasing. I don't think they start changing the fund rates anytime soon unless they're increasing, but also the economy is quite tight. They might not go that direction, so they may maintain it at 5.5, okay? But what is important is not actually the funds rate coming out. It's actually listen to what Fed Powell has to say about the economy, about the dot plot, what they feel about the economy, the inflation, unemployment, and interest rates. So that's most important to do. That's why people are able to forecast what is going to happen, because sometimes the Fed starts saying in the next we'll be thinking of increasing interest rates or reducing or something of the sort, okay? So this is the most important time to watch. Sometimes at 10 p.m. or whenever market comes out, the news comes out, the first 30 minutes you see it moving one direction, and then when Powell starts speaking you see it moving the other direction. So that's something we should pay attention to. So today, usiku, pay attention guys. Tomorrow, very hot news, 3 banks removing interest rates. You have the Swiss Bank, Swiss National Bank, removing the interest rates at 11:30 a.m. At 3 p.m. you have the Bank of England, okay, is removing the interest rates as well. 4:15, 1 hour later, we have the Euro, ECB, removing the interest rates as well. So tomorrow is a hot day, especially if you're trading those European pairs, the pound, the euro, and the Swiss franc. Those are hot markets to be paying attention to. And then as we end the week on Friday, for me, I don't have much on this one. I don't pay attention to PMI. I do watch them, but I don't see them affecting the pairs I trade that much. And like the interest rates and the inflation numbers and NFP, those are the hot numbers I personally want to be paying attention to every month, okay? Now with that said, what am I looking at the dollar? Now the dollar has really been consolidating. You can see market has really been moving sideways on the 4-hour chart. I'm heavy on the 4-hour chart because that's where I'm looking for my current direction of the trend. You can see for me, we've been lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now here we have a deciding factor. Market has not been able to break above this level. And maybe news can act as a catalyst. I thought yesterday that push to the upside might push markets a bit higher, but that didn't happen. You can see we're getting some resistance here, support here. Markets have been moving sideways. Now I'm waiting to see maybe later on today during ECB, it can act as a catalyst. I'm pretty much sure today's news will act as a heavy catalyst on the dollar, either to push it to the upside or to the downside. Any side is fine. The markets will go where the markets need to go. Personally, I just follow that direction, trade the corrections in that direction of the trend, okay? You can see here, I said that we had a failed follow through. Now, what does that mean? It means market had broken above my level, that key level that you're seeing here, but we didn't have a follow through, basically what we call a false breakout, and then markets fell back in and it's been moving down ever since. So a lot of sideways movement. I'm waiting for a clear pattern, a clear direction of this market before we get anything. So there's a high chance markets might continue pushing to the upside, change that direction, start forming higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Because if you look at the dollar, if you look at the Euro USD, That direction changed a long time ago. You can see here, market was moving high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high. We broke that structure. Market has been moving to the downside. You can see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Yesterday we formed sort of a double top in a downtrend, and markets could continue moving to the downside. If you look at the 1 hour chart, you can see that flag pattern that markets respected, moving sideways, and could potentially continue moving to the downside because we did not break above this previous level. Okay, it's a key level and we cannot take it lightly. Okay, so I'm watching that level. Market wasn't able to break above it. Unless we break above it, market can continue moving up, but as long as we're below, I'm expecting this market to continue moving to the downside. Okay, now back to the dollar. So that's what I'm watching. If markets can hold here, we can continue moving to the upside, but we'll wait and see. Like I like saying a quote that I use a lot: strong opinions weakly held. I have a strong opinion that the dollar is going to go up, but if it goes down, that opinion is thrown out of the window and I switch to the opposite side. Okay, that's what happens in the market. Traders need to be very agile. You need to be able to, when your idea is wrong and you proved wrong, change. And that doesn't mean just change and buy, sell, buy, sell. No. Change, analyze the market, get a good probable outcome, and then trade that outcome. So USD card, we had a good flag. You remember the flag I just showed you that was in my analysis was more or less this one. Okay, I was watching yesterday, markets came really fast, touched that level, and then moved to the upside. You see that touch, move to the upside. Today, I'm also watching to see whether markets can respect this level. Okay, this flag pattern here, it's a short-term one. An impulse correction here maybe can be respected to move to the upside. I'll be sitting out of this one. I don't want to be trading heavy when we're going into news. It might happen, it might act in my favor, but as a risk parameter, risk mitigation, I'll be taking a sit back. For me, I'm also looking at maybe a bigger picture pattern forming, flag pattern forming. Let me show you something of the sort. Something of the sort could happen as well. Okay, markets could strongly pull to the downside, get some support here at this liquidity zone, and then push to the upside. That's what personally I'll be watching. That smaller flag that we're seeing here, I don't think it's something I'll be willing to take, especially with those risks in the market at the moment, the interest rates later on in the evening. So to say also, well, I'm not really heavy on taking this trade is because it hasn't broken structure. Okay, markets are still in a downtrend. Look at this: lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, equal lower high here. Okay, market hasn't broken that structure to the upside for me to look for a very good flag pattern, and you could see this markets maybe even falling further to the downside, even lower than where I'm expecting to buy. Okay, I will always wait for candlestick to close. Candlestick will always act as an indicator for me to buy or go short. I'll always wait for that to happen. But for now, markets could really fall and tumble and continue in that direction of the trend. So on USD card, it's not one of my favorite best pairs that I'll be watching. I'd rather sit out on it. The one that is on my favorite is Aussie dollar. Now, Aussie dollar broke the structure to the upside a long time ago. So you can see market was moving high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high. We broke structure here. Markets created a new low. Okay, this could be potentially a lower high, or also markets could push further up, maybe get a lower high at this level and then push to the downside. Or we could just equally just fall from this point to the downside and markets could just continue in a downtrend from that point. Okay, we are creating a structure to the downside even without pulling that back to that level that I'm waiting to sell this market, which is totally fine. But USD card is the one that I'm watching. If markets can pull to the further upside, okay, that you're seeing here, okay, that you're seeing here, could potentially offer shorts. That's the only level I'm looking to short. If market doesn't go up to that level, I'm sitting out on this one. And if it breaks to the downside, then I think I'll be sitting out pretty much till next week or something. Okay, so that's what I'm watching on this one. And last but not least, gold. Gold, if you watched my NFP last week, I was very, very short. I was waiting for a very good short trade around here. If you remember it well, I was waiting for a short trade around here. I was waiting for markets to come here to 2050, a key level for me. I was waiting to short it at this level, but what you can see that happened, I was waiting for that move, okay? But can you see markets actually consolidated here, broke to the downside, and we just had that massive fall to the downside. So ever since markets started falling, I haven't gotten a very good pullback, a good pattern to trade. You can see this was just an impulse correction, impulse. I've not gotten any good pattern yet to trade. So on gold, I'm also still sitting around waiting for a clear entry, clear pattern. But for me, the pattern, the direction is to the downside. That's pretty clear. If you know how last week closed, that was a big bearish sell. Look at this candlestick. That was on Monday last week. Markets short to the upside, strongly broke to the downside. Look at the 1 week, even worse. Look at that. Okay, showing you that market has been unable to break above this level. You see that level? Readjust it just a bit. You can see a touch. Markets didn't break. Yes, we broke above it in terms of a spike, but that's why we use a lot of candlesticks. This candlestick information is very important. This was a bearish signal, and market has been continuing moving to the downside on this one. So I'll continue being bearish on this one. Not yet long. Markets could consolidate for a long time. If you zoom out, this is not the first time that market can consolidate that much. If you see here, look at this. Markets consolidated down here for a very long time. Okay. Look at that. Market was more in a sideways movement, just forming downtrend, and then started switching to an uptrend. But this was for a since 2013, okay, to 2019, market was just consolidating around this level. So this is not new. This could continue holding. You can see this started back in 2020. Market, so that's for the past 3 years. We're entering the 4th year next year. Market has just been in a big bearish sideways movement. But that does not mean you don't have trading opportunities. I won't come to the 1 week to look for an opportunity. My opportunities are all on the 4-hour chart, and that's what I'm normally paying attention to. So that's what you need to be watching on this one. So for me, I just want you guys to pay attention to the news that's coming out today. Pay attention to the direction of the trend. I'm heavily strong on the direction of the trend, and I've talked about this a lot. Look at the downtrend. Market stayed in a downtrend until we broke that structure. Went in an uptrend. Market stayed in that direction until we broke to the downside. Now I'm very bearish. It's simple. Markets are simple. We tend to complicate it with bringing crazy strategies, crazy psychological problems, and just different stuff that you can avoid. Especially if you come for our classes, we can teach you how to have a better perspective of the market in a better way. So that's basically that's what I wanted to share today. I hope you've enjoyed that. For my KST community and my students, I'll be doing another video of a trade that I took last week, later on in the week, maybe not today. I have a couple of things to do and break down what I actually did that you should not do that. I took a trade and I lost. If you remember, I posted that I was 2% away from reaching my target. I lost some money, okay? Now I'm actually 4% away. My account is up positive 1%. I'm still 4% away from passing my challenge. If opportunities present themselves later in the week, maybe you might change that or maybe not, okay? Markets tend to do what the markets are going to do, and that could either give me a loss, a winner, or nothing at all, okay? So I'll be doing a video on that, tell you which trade it was, the mistake I made, and how you should avoid it. So if you're not part of our students, enroll for our January intake this coming month, 20% off, and the deadline is on the 24th, okay, of this month. So if you want to start booking your classes and get your class registered soon as possible. Other than that, my KST community, you can join my community. I break down a lot of things there, the market, the daily scan, I send it there, and more of technical analysis every single week. So other than that, stay safe, have a happy holiday, enjoy yourself. Yesterday was Jamhuri, hope you had a good Jamhuri. And as the week continues, like I always say, remember, stay woke, stay financially literate, and may the peeps be with you. Peace.